pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The vision of Doral Academy Charter Middle High School is to set the standard for outstanding student achievement while providing a safe and nurturing academic environment.
Rise and shine, Firebirds. I'm Isabella Muralles. Today is Friday, October 20th, and welcome to the 8th episode of our 5th season of our weekly show, The Rise. It is important to mention that today we are wearing pink, brought to us by the HOSA members in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. All of the proceeds from today's fundraiser will be donated to the breast cancer research. Nonetheless, coming up in this episode, the first step of College Countdown for seniors, a quick recap of the annual senior breakfast, your weekly sports report, and school announcements to keep you updated on all the latest events. All of this and more on this week's edition of The Rise.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Firebird Nest. I'm your host, Jack Herrera, joined by my co-host,
Sarah Devia, and I'm so happy.
Nothing is more refreshing than finally getting a break from the hot, humid weather that Miami is known for. With the recent drop in temperatures, we should stay updated on what's to come. Tomorrow, we can expect a sunny day with temperatures ranging from a low of 69 to a high of 85. We can also predict a drop in humidity levels, which will only be around 68%. Additionally, Sunday's temperatures will be slightly colder, with a low of 65 and a high of 85. All in all, don't forget to sit back and enjoy the sweater weather, because it'll be gone before we know it. One of the most exciting aspects of being a senior is getting to participate in all the fun events, while being surrounded by the people that have been throughout our side through high school. This past Tuesday, our very own class of 2024 seniors attended the annual senior breakfast at the Rusty Pelican in Key Biscayne. As per tradition, senior superlatives were announced, such as attached by the hip, most likely to succeed, and best all around. Luckily, there will be many more fun events in the near future for our seniors to look forward to. It's that time of year again where stress fills the air as seniors begin their college application process, with the hopes of getting into their dream schools as they get one step closer to leaving high school and embarking on the journey of college. It is important to know that they are not alone during this time of their lives. Here's Michael Gonzalez with an inside look on the process and ways you can reach out for help during this stressful time.
With college application deadlines just around the corner, seniors are trying to get all of their submissions in while balancing their academic lives. While it can get stressful, it's important to seek the resources to remain on the right path. Let's see how seniors are keeping themselves organized during this time.
The college application has many steps overall, so there's a lot going on at the same time. For example, you have to do your personal statements, your supplemental essays, get your recommendation letters in, do your standardized testing, so the ACT and SAT, and the interviews if the colleges request. And at the same time, you also have to be looking at scholarships that are opening up and filling out the FAFSA so you can get the most financial aid possible.
The students that start freaking out and having anxiety is because I think generally the students feel like everything has to be done all at once. So the number one thing is not to procrastinate, to give yourself some time and to sort of a deadline, and to chunk it into little pieces. I feel like if you do a little bit every night, that helps with the anxiety.
The end of the year is always a stressful time for seniors as they juggle many demands while preparing for college. So it's important to manage stress and stay organized by planning ahead, prioritizing, and taking care of oneself.
Talking to Ms. Suarez, scheduling meetings with her and visiting her and her in her office has definitely been a great help. My way of dealing with stress, I know I write everything down just to make sure I don't miss any deadlines. And as well, I dedicate at least an hour to my day, whether it's in the morning before school or in the afternoon after practice. But it's kind of like a way for me to say, okay, right now I can't stress about that, but I know that it's something I have to do and it's upcoming.
I think coping with the stress that college applications brings is about finding a balance between having that sense of urgency to complete everything before a deadline, but as well, like, not comparing yourself to students in the school, because I know the school can get academically competitive at times, but it's important to know that you have your own timeline, and whatever school you get into, it'll be the right match for you.
Signing off from Firebird TV, I'm Michael Gonzalez.
Sometimes it's easy for us to get caught up in our own little worlds, that we end up wondering where'd all the time go. As much as we complain, we won't be in high school forever, and before we know it, we'll be walking the stage at graduation. So let's take a moment to reflect on past memories and enjoy every last bit of this year.
In the blink of an eye, the time we nervously waited for will finally arrive. Blink again, and suddenly all that hard work you put in will finally pay off. One more time, and it's the unknown future. But before the countdown truly begins, it's important to look at where we all started. How we used to be, who we used to know, what we used to believe in, the list goes on. Before blinking through all these moments, remember, after all, we do this for them. Year after year, we count down to several milestones. From our first birthday to the first time at the beach. From our first Halloween to the first time we're able to finally get on that ride. From the first time on an airplane to the first time riding a bike. The list grows and grows, each different event giving us experience to remember. And this final countdown is exactly that. Another milestone to add on to the list. Another milestone that will open the path for many more. This is our future, but to really take in what time is left, we need to always remember our past.
When the weather gets colder, it only means one thing. The start of winter season is right around the corner. Luckily, we have Daniela Pineda to keep us updated on all the latest athletic news as the season wraps up.
As every day brings us closer to college, our Firebird athletes do their best to perform every time they step on the field. Let's see how they did this week in sports.
Unfortunately, our golf team lost to Archbishop with a score of 160. Maria Quintero did happen to be the top scorer with 37 strokes. Next week, they will begin districts. Good luck. Congrats to both our girls and boys swim teams, which beat Key West this past weekend. They will be advancing to districts this week. Unfortunately, our football team lost to Columbus last Friday 44-7, with Jason Lopez scoring the touchdown. Next Friday, they will play an away game against Miami High. Best of luck, boys. Finally, congratulations to our girls volleyball team for their district's win against Coral Gables. They had a clean sheet, winning all the sets. Now here's Sara Diaz talking about her personal goals as well as the team's goals for the rest of the season.
So my goals for the rest of the season is to play every game with intent and hard work. And we as a team know that we have to focus on one game at a time and to do everything that it takes to win a state championship.
That's all for this week's sports. I'm Daniela Pineda. Now back to your anchor.
With the end of the first quarter and tons of school events coming up, I think that we should all take a moment to add to our calendars. Here are today's morning announcements so you don't miss out on any important school news. Green Club will be having a Pelican Arbor cleanup tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more information, visit @Doral Green Club on Instagram. On Wednesday, October 25th, Firebird TV will be having a Menchie's fundraiser from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. Don't forget to come out and support. Juniors, don't forget that the Edda's Cake fundraiser has officially started and ends October 31st. You are required to sell a minimum of 2 cakes or make a $30 donation to be eligible for junior activities. Reminder that yearbook sales are now open and packages are at their best price right now, including dedication pages. There is limited space available. The deadline is November 30th. That's all for today's edition of The Rise. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias at Firebird TV for latest updates and more. From all of us here at Firebird TV, we hope you have a great rest of your day and a wonderful weekend.